Garland, good to have you, brother. Getting started here real soon. Yeah. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Um, $25 live stream goal for me to stay on 2 hours. But I will settle out of court for $15 via Cash App and PayPal only. So maybe I should start saying a $15 to $25 live stream goal to stay on 2 hours, depending on how it's sent in. But yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat, or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. 15 keeps me on 2 hours via Cash App and PayPal donations. And if we count super chat and super sticker, I'm looking at me the $25 live stream goal. Cause YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it. Hit the like button, hit the like button, let's get it.
Um,
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm just playing this until I
I'm
come
gonna
back.
wait for
It's not
everybody
what
to
we going
come
over.
in. It is a beautiful fall
Let me say that again. I'll be back, y'all. This is not what we going over, but I'm just playing this until I get back.
morning. This is why fall is my favorite season of all the seasons, because the days start off very cool. It does get warmer. Okay, let me just set this up and send this over. Okay, there we go. But I love fall. And the only thing that I'm not crazy about is I do have fall allergies and I have spring allergies. But usually in the winter and the summer, they will subside. But I do have like allergies to leaves, which kind of sucks. Okay. Okay, so let me send this over and we're going to talk about today's topic. Okay. She said it's not fall yet. Okay. Somebody said no sound. No sound. Let me know if there's sound. I don't know why there wouldn't be. Let me know why there is no sound, or if there is no sound. If you can hear sound is good over here, check yours. Thank you. Thank you, John Gilbreth the second. Thank you. But I love fall. It's fall here. It is like starting out like 50, 60, degrees, and then it's getting up to 70, 80 degrees. And then at night, ooh, y'all, the night is what is really like amazing to me. All right, I'm just going to send this real quick. Sorry about that. Is it will then drop back down to about 70, 60 degrees. It is the perfect weather for eating outside, picnicking outside, taking your dog to the dog park, walking. Absolutely beautiful. So I love it. I love it. All right, let's jump in. And I am going to talk about some signs, ladies. This one's for the ladies. Signs that a good man is genuinely interested. Now, what I'm not going to talk about, and this should be a huge red flag, that a man may not be good, he may not be healed and whole, he may have some sort of personality disorder, right? If those type of men rush you, if those type of men love bomb you, like come on super strong, if those type of men pressure you for sex right away, if those type of men call and text all day, all night, if those type of men tell you they love you within a month or a week, that's not a good man. That is a broken, wounded man. That man may have a personality disorder. That man may have anxious attachment. Like he ain't all the way secure and he ain't all the way healed. Okay? So to me, these men are easy to spot. And remember my last video, a couple videos back, where I told you ladies that the number one way to keep from getting got by the wrong man is to do the inner healing work. That's the one thing y'all don't want to do, but that will make you absolutely bulletproof to bad men.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna.
This is not true. This is not, doesn't even make sense.
But I felt a lot of pressure. I've been out of the dating game for a very long time. But when I was in it, I was good at it.
What does that mean? What does that mean to be good at dating? Yeah. Let's look up some definitions. Let's look up some definitions. Let's look up some history. She says she hasn't been dating for a while, but when she was dating, she was good at it. What up, X? What up, Lauren? Let's see. What is the point? of dating. Let's just see what it say. The purpose of dating extends beyond finding a partner. It encompasses self-discovery. I wonder who wrote this definition. It encompasses self-discovery, personal growth, and building meaningful connections with others. That's so. Look, they're giving some feminist answers. The point of dating is finding your life partner slash husband. That's the point of dating. So if you were good at dating, you would be married right now. You know? Or okay, if you wanted to flex, say, well, this isn't really a flex, but say I'm good at dating because every time I get on the dating market, I leave with a husband. I've been married 3 times, which isn't a flex. But if you're gonna flex being good at dating, say every time I hit the dating market, I'll snatch a husband. In a way, it could some sort of way be a flex.
But I've been out of the dating game for a very long time. But when I was in it, I was good at it. But I felt a lot of pressure. I felt like I needed to find this partner and check off all these boxes immediately. I had this biological clock in the back of my head. I was thinking, you've got to find someone who wants to be a husband, who wants to be a father, who wants to be in that fairy tale with you.
I mean, I'm assuming she's gonna say that wasn't the way or whatever. But look, even hearing her talk about her dating experiences, we look when they start talking like that, she was looking for a buzzer beater fairy tale. Kevin Samuels used to say dating was dumb, and I'm always gonna quote him on this because when he first said it, I'm like, well, what does he mean by that? Dating is dumb. But now I truly get what he mean. You're supposed to get courted in high school or college and then get married. All this dating into your 30s and shit, it's absurd, it's pointless, you're already fucked. Because you shouldn't even be here still on the dating market at, 26, 30, 32, 35, 42. Shouldn't even still be here. That's why dating is dumb. You're supposed to get courted by a man in high school and college and just that's your man for life. Fuck dating. So let's just let her finish.
And as a Black woman, I didn't feel like I had a lot of choices. I felt like
You just saying anything now. What does that mean? What is for credit? I don't know what that means.
Let's talk about it. Black women don't have a lot of dating choices. You know, there's probably some truth to that. I would like to believe at least 25 to 33% of black men are stand up, respectable dudes. So I think it's fair to say, as a black woman, you don't have a lot of choices because y'all already have a shit reputation. So a lot of people staying away just from the jump, just off top, people staying away from black women. So that's fair, but then it's not fair because look, you're not the worst looking woman in the world. So you had plenty of opportunities to settle down with Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Decent, respectable black man. You had every opportunity from, let's just say, from 18 to 30, every opportunity. And I'm sure you actually did date a few of those good guys, but you're not a good woman, and that's why you're here. But she might make me eat my words. Let's let her continue.
be a father who wants to be in that fairy tale with you. And as a Black woman, I didn't feel like I had a lot of choices. I felt like you either get the chance to have your professional life and be a wife and a mother, or you don't get that at all, and all you get is the job and the success. And I don't regret anything about what I did or how I did it, but I do realize now in retrospect that I did have choices. And even though I was being told that it was this or that, there's actually a lot of in between. And I could have just sort of fashioned it in sort of an a la carte version of what actually worked for me. The numbers don't lie.
So see, that mentality is problematic from the start, and this plays into what we were talking about earlier this morning. By the time, hold on, let me hold on. See, by the time women are this independent minded and they're thinking about what's gonna work for me, it's usually too late. This is why you got to get them young and mold them and get them on your program as a guy, or not even. Let me put it like this too. Usually, when a young couple get together, the boy isn't a man yet, so he don't know how he got to run it, how he got to drop his nuts on the bitch and run her. He don't know all this. He's in love. You know, when a boy get in a relationship with a woman at 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, he's just in love, and hopefully he'll grow into his manhood, check the bitch, and they can live happily ever after. But I said that to say it's still good when she get in a serious relationship at 16, 17, 18, 19, because she's developing that mentality of what's good for us. Not what's going to be good for me, what's going to be good for us. The sooner they get on that mindset, the better. So by the time a woman is single on the dating market pondering what's going to be best for me, she's probably already ruined and irreversibly damaged.
Most Black women are single. And the truth is, we need to open up our options. It's actually in our best interest.
What? What?
See, there's this myth going around that all these white men want to date black women. All these six-figure shit together having white men and Asian men and whatever men want to date black women, and it's just not true. Black women think the solution to them being so single is why don't we just open up our options? If look, we want you more than anybody. If you can't make it work with your man, you think on average it's gonna be what? A whole bunch of 75% of black women with white and Puerto Rican and Asian men? Fuck no. Those men are pretty race loyal. So how about you fix yourself instead of just keep saying I'm gonna open up my dating market? As if that was the only thing holding them back from getting married. I would have been married a long time ago if I wasn't being loyal to these niggas. That's not the problem, ma'am. It's not the problem. You're the problem. You're the common denominator. Imma open up my options. Well, okay, have white men and Asian men and Indian successful men been approaching you since and you just been turning them down? Black women act like they just been turning down all these white, Asian, and Puerto Rican men all these years because they was loyal to us, and since they've been loyal to us, that's the only reason for their dating woes. But now I'm about to start accepting these 30 and 40 offers I'm getting a year from white, Asian, and Puerto Rican men. And look, it's not the case. We know it's not the case. Nice try though, ma'am. Nice try.
Women are single. And the truth is, we need to open up our options. It's actually in our best interest. Options give us freedom. And what's better than a free Black woman?
A black woman under the authority of a decent, righteous black man, that's what's way better than a black woman with freedom. Black women with freedom are responsible for all these abortions in fucked up crime-ridden neighborhoods. Let's not get that messed up. Let's never lose sight of that. This is just riddled with good shit to go over, and we ain't even 2 minutes in yet. We ain't even a minute and a half in yet. Yeah, almost anything is better than a free black woman.
Options. It's actually in our best interest. Options give us freedom, and what's better than a free black woman? Welcome to Pregnant Pause. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pregnant Pause podcast, the place for women at the intersection of motherhood and ambition. I'm your host, Danielle Cadet, and I am here with a very dear friend for an incredibly special conversation. Miss Ebony K. Williams is here at the podcast today.
Oh Lord, I don't know. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. It's gonna be some dumbass shit.
Hey sis, thank you for being here.
Danielle, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to have this convo with you, especially.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. That means a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like every time we talk, we cut up. So I'm really
Yeah, we're gonna try to be on our best behavior.
You know, we don't have to.
Yeah, that's why.
So now everybody's a tough guy.
Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense.
Every time we talk, we cut up. So I'm really
Yeah, we're gonna try to be on our best behavior.
You know, we don't have to.
Yeah, that's why. Heavy on the wink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when on the Pregnant Pause podcast, I like to start episodes with a segment called Same Same. And it's sort of reflective of my very real-time motherhood journey where, like, you know how it is when you're meeting a new mom.
Hey, Ski.
Okay, so
Oh my God!
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women that
new mom, and you're like, what do we have in common?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
We have quite a bit in common.
We do.
We are sorors.
Hey, Ski.
Okay, so I love that. And I remember when we first chatted and we met when I interviewed you and wrote a profile on you for Scary Mommy.
Yes, which was amazing. Such amazing writing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
great.
so much. Gosh, we could have been on, I could have talked to you for hours.
I think we did talk.
We
for
talked for a
hours,
long
actually.
time. We talked for a long time. And you had paraphernalia on that day. So I was like,
I did. And I
yes.
didn't even know you were a sword at
Yes,
that point.
yes. So it was like an immediate connection.
Yes.
We also are, we work in media. You are a television host. You are an author. You are also an attorney. So you understand, first of all, so many different walks of life, but certainly the media landscape.
Yeah, I do. So it's interesting. I was a comms major in college, and sometimes, shout out to all the comms majors,
Yes.
we tend to get a bad rap. You know,
Right.
like, what are you going
Like,
to
what
do
are you
with
gonna
that?
do? Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Hello, somebody. Everything.
Come on.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So I really credit both my comms major and my Black Studies major with kind of giving me the tools to
Yes.
synthesize, as you know, I'm humbled to hear your introduction. But it allows me to navigate those pillars
Yes.
of the law.
That's right.
But also mass media, television, audio, podcast.
Right.
I actually started my broadcast career in talk radio, which a lot of people don't know.
Yes.
And then eventually, you know, becoming a published author 2 times over. So,
I mean, first
yeah.
of all, hats off to you for all of that. But also, oddly enough, same, right? I was a journalism major and an African studies double major. So
Boom.
that is,
we
you're
did
so
have
right.
that in common.
Like, that's
yeah.
right.
People say, what are you going to do with a Black Studies major? Everything.
Everything. Particularly for what.
Black stuff. Let's see what you can do with a Black Studies. What is it? Is it a degree? Look, I'm stupid. I'm no Harvard grad here, but is that a degree? Let's look it up. Is Black Studies a degree? Like, hold on. Yes, Black Studies is a recognized degree program. Oh my.
Oh my God.
Okay. It is. Okay. I just think it's silly. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, that's something you can learn about on your free time. Let's see. What career? I spelled that wrong. Can you get with Black Studies degree? Okay. Diversity and inclusion officer. Can't make this shit up, people. You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Are these human rights advocate? You can't make this shit up, y'all. I figured, yeah, African American studies professor. You know what? I'm about to do this shit. I'm about to go back to school for this shit, man. Oh my gosh. Civil rights lawyer? I'm pretty sure you can't. Okay. Y'all could call me out, but I'm pretty sure you can't be a civil rights lawyer just with a black studies degree, but y'all could correct me. A policy analyst? Whatever, let's just keep social worker. That's questionable too, but let's just move on.
We
You're
did
so
have
right.
that in common.
Like, that's
yeah.
right.
People say, what are you going to do with a Black Studies major? Everything.
Particularly for what, not only what we do, but what we cover,
And
right?
the
what we
spaces
talk
in which
about.
we do it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
100%. The other thing we have in common is we are girl moms.
Yes, we are.
So,
you 2 times over,
Two
child.
times over, girl. Send up a prayer for me.
Yes, I love it.
But yes, just I think there is something really special about having a little girl. Your little girl Liberty is almost a year old.
Almost a year in the game.
That is, how does it feel being almost a year in the game?
I think I'm going to let her stay.
What kind of shit is that?
Conyers, Zach.
Not funny, man. I think I'm gonna let her stay. Was that a deleting your child joke? Not funny, man. So just to be clear, this woman is a single mother by choice. She got some random guy's sperm to shoot up in her to have a baby. Maybe we'll get back around to the morality of that later.
I love that, right? It's like you can stay.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
stay.
Your performance period's up. The performance review. I think you're gonna pass.
Right, I think we'll be okay.
No, I think I'm the one that she's probably like, you
She's
get to
like,
stay.
right, she's like, how you doing? How are you
You
doing?
go check me.
Right.
So no, it's been a joyous year. She's literally just brought more joy, Danielle, to my life. It has not been without surprise and
Yeah,
challenge,
yes,
which I'm
of
sure we'll get
course, of
into.
course.
But I'm here to say, the good news is that it was a beautiful year. It was a year of profound joy, and I just smiled more this year. What's this? As we record this, there's an Instagram social media trend. You look happier.
Oh yes, yes.
yeah,
yes,
I look
that's
happier. I
right.
had this sweet little girl named Liberty.
I love that.
You don't look happy at all, Ebony. You don't look happy at all. Taking care, I mean, she got money. I know she got nannies, 2, 3 nannies or something. This is sick. I know what it's like to be in a house with a newborn. It gets fucking real. I don't know why anybody would sign up to do it alone. Not to mention, like, you set your kid up to basically not have a fucking dad just because you wanted a kid that bad. And a part of me thinks that's fucking sick. I mean, it's up for debate in the area, the morality of women being solo moms by choice and bringing a kid into the world with a father, and not really giving a fuck how that'll affect. As long as I get what I want, I wanted a kid. Yeah.
Social media trend. You look happier.
Oh yes, yes.
yeah, I
yes,
look
that's
happier. I
right.
had this sweet little girl named Liberty.
I love that. Like I said, you and I have had this conversation, but for folks who don't know,
Sure.
you chose to have your daughter Liberty by yourself via IVF with donor sperm.
Yes, I did.
And we will include, like I said, we'll include the Scary Mommy show, the Scary Mommy story in the show notes.
Yes.
And so folks can read that. But I do want to talk a little bit about your story and your decision to become a mother. And I want to talk a little bit about titles, but we'll get into that. But let's start with your story. Let's start with your decision to have Liberty on your own.
I think decision is the right place to start,
Yeah.
right? Because so much of this, and I say this with privilege, I want to state as many times as possible throughout
Yes.
this conversation,
Yes.
Danielle, where I'm standing in points of privilege. I
Right.
think it's very important.
Yeah.
I think all of this becomes kind of disingenuous and kind of like non-relatable when we gloss over those parts.
That's right.
So I was able to make a decision.
Right.
And I say that
Yes.
with great intensity and intentionality in the year 2025.
Yes.
Right.
I'll give her props for saying that. Because on a lot of these podcasts, they be talking from a perspective that only 10 to 15% of the watchers, probably smaller than that, can relate to. Talking about all these six figures and I'm a boss babe. Most women aren't boss babes. Most women make above, 50K at best. So I'm glad she threw that about her privilege.
So I was able to make a decision.
Right.
And I say that
Yes.
with great intensity and intentionality in the year 2025.
Yes.
Right. Where
Yes.
all too many women are not able to make decisions about when and how and if they become mothers.
Right.
So I was able to make a decision that said I never really was somebody who aspired to motherhood. I think I want to start with that premise. I think what's the word? Kind of assumed I would be a wife at some point, and I was.
Right.
I was briefly married, literally a year and some change, in my late 20s. Amicable divorce, nothing to see here, ladies. We'll move on. Wish that man well. And then decided I really I was a pretty bad wife in the sense that nothing salacious. Nothing. I just was so focused on my dreams, my ambitions, my aspirations,
Right.
and frankly, kind of my agenda. You know, and
Right. And that's what type of time women are usually going to be on after 25. And if not chasing a career, just chasing temporary dopamine hits. But they want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Generally speaking, how can I put it? Ambitious women make terrible mothers and wives. I'm just going to put it like that. Just because a woman has a career, because I kind of can advocate for getting with a woman who got some type of shit going on for herself. But when you get with a woman who's super ambitious, they make horrible wives. Now, if she just got a career and she don't care about it that much. It's just something to get the bills paid and something she kind of like, but she ain't on some super, super, super ambitious shit. She could still be decent. But when they on some super Kendra G, fucking Ebony K. Williams shit, just leave that alone. Am I going in and out? I feel like I always go in and out, but let me know how I'm sounding or if I'm going in and out.
Operations,
Right.
and frankly, kind of my agenda, you know. And I was immature enough and inexperienced enough to believe that loving me and being even, I guess, married to me even meant going along with that agenda. It meant if you love me enough, you're gonna kind of go my way, or more or less, here is the highway. And I say that in retrospect, having grown and learned so much
Right,
about
yes.
how horribly erroneous that method is and was. So when I came out of that divorce, I had a real clear intention, and this is what I always say to young ladies or people, period, that are kind of, is married to me. I say, I want you to think about, if you were to go start a business tomorrow, would you want to pursue your business in a joint venture
Right.
format,
Right.
where you willingly and enthusiastically invite collaboration?
Yes.
Where from the logo
Yeah.
to the tagline
Right,
to
right.
the cadence of,
Right.
when you distribute and how you distribute your product, and we're doing this together, and I like
Right.
yellow and you like red, and
Yeah.
what do we think? If you like that functioning, I think you could be maybe a good candidate for marriage.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
dead serious. What
Yeah.
you laughing
That's-
at? I'm dead
that's
serious.
real.
And
That's
or,
real. I love
or
this.
there's something called solo proprietorship,
Right.
where the buck stops with you, but also the responsibility
Yes.
stops with you.
Yes.
The surplus, the debts, the
Yes,
liabilities,
yes.
and the
That's
assets.
all on you.
It's all on you.
Right.
And it was so clear to me, especially coming out of my divorce, that I am a sole proprietor for life.
You said.
Did we talk about this?
Funky dog head, bitch. How dare you talk, motherfucker? Back off, bitch, before.
Oh gosh, this is such a selfish woman. Such a selfish woman. What are the chances she's actually going to be a good mother? Well, you know what? You're a bad mother because you brought a kid into the world on purpose without having a dad. So I'm gonna call you a bad mom off top. Sorry, baby. I was so pathetic. I couldn't get a man to help produce you. Wow. So you really don't technically have a dad. I mean, you do have a dad, but he didn't care if he ever met you or not because he's just some donor guy. The most I can give you, far as a father, is some letter that Ebony K. Williams said the sperm donor wrote for if she ever wants to read it or some goofy shit like that. This is sick.
Yes.
And the
That's
assets.
all on you.
It's all on you.
Right.
And it was so clear to me, especially coming out of my divorce, that I am a sole proprietor for life.
You said.
Did we talk about this?
You
Is there,
said this
Bobby?
to me. You were
Yeah.
like, I don't like group projects.
I don't like group projects. I don't like business partners. I don't. It's not for my functioning. So my preferred way to navigate the world is in a solo capacity. So getting to your question, that was the driver
Yes.
for my decision
Yes.
to. So by the time a whole bunch of stuff happened, I had an engagement. I ended that during the pandemic. We all went through a global pandemic.
Right.
Can we name
Right.
that?
That.
And for us, because we're age peers as well, you come out more or less on the other side of that pandemic, and I'm 38, 39,
Yes.
quickly approaching 40.
Yes.
And I don't say 40 as a doomsday
Right.
to anyone listening, but I
Right.
do say it with kind of some pragmatism
Yes.
around biological impact of fertility.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I'm
Absolutely.
sure the physicians will address.
No, that's too late to be thinking about fertility. At 35, 38, 40, that's nah. Something has went terribly wrong in your life by that point. Women just live on the seat of their pants. They don't think or plan about the future enough until it's too late. Sole proprietor. That's fucked up. She should have adopted. I was on the fence about how I felt about this. I think it's wrong to do this. If you're so, I ain't gonna call it selfish. If you want a kid that bad, adopt. There's plenty of kids who need a home and a mother and all that. Adopt a kid or two. To bring a kid in the world willingly without a father is fucked up and immoral and evil to me. If you wanted a kid, I get it. You don't want to be lonely or just you want to feel the joy of raising a kid, adopt. Plenty of them that need saving. So you wrong for this, bitch. Okay, I OD'd a little bit, but I do think it's wrong. I'll take back the bitch for now, even though I do think you're kind of a bitch, but I'll take it back. I felt bad about that. I do still think you're wrong though, miss.
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart.
We all went through a global pandemic.
Right,
Can we name
right,
that?
that.
And for us, because we're age peers as well, you know, you come out more or less on the other side of that pandemic, and I'm 38, 39,
Yes.
quickly approaching 40.
Yes.
And I don't say 40 as a doomsday
Right.
to anyone listening, but I
Right.
do say it with kind of some pragmatism
Yes.
around biological impact of fertility.
Absolutely,
Okay, and I'm
absolutely.
sure the physicians will address this better than I can. But I'd already been told, and also a point of privilege. I had a soror
Yes.
personally tell me her story of egg freezing when she
Right.
was in her early 30s.
Right.
We were colleagues at the time. We were chapter sorors. I had, again, no intention to be a mother,
Right.
but almost like a little bit of a light flex. I had the disposable income. I'm doing well. I'm in New York City.
Sure.
All the cool girls are doing it.
Yes.
Literally, this was like the height of egg freezing parties
Yep.
and all that shit.
Yep.
So why not? I literally
Egg freezing parties. Egg freezing parties, y'all.
Fight for my life.
You know, I'm speechless on that one. I'm speechless.
had, again, no intention to be a mother,
Right.
but almost like a little bit of a light flex. I had the disposable income. I'm doing well. I'm in New York City.
Sure.
All the cool girls are doing it.
Yes.
Literally, this was like the height of egg freezing parties
Yep.
and all that shit.
Yep.
So why not? I literally
Right.
did it as a why not.
Yeah.
At 34, I froze eggs. I ended up freezing 10 that were viable. We'll come back to that.
Yep.
Coming out of the pandemic,
Yeah.
I'm turning 39, and a few things also happened in that pandemic. In addition to deciding what wasn't for me romantically, I realized that I didn't need, this is my story, a man to save me in some of the ways that I think I still had some fantasy around being saved. Okay, if we can talk very plainly.
That's yes.
And I think I thought that I needed a man to like position me around power, around wealth, around safety, and around security.
Was the feeling that being partnered, that being in a relationship with a man would help you attain those things, secure those things, maintain those things, all of that?
Certainly sustained,
Okay.
right? So like I've always had confidence,
Sure.
right, in my ability. You know, I've been practicing law since I was 23 years old. I'm a very educated woman, hardworking. So I never doubted my abilities as much as I had questions around the likelihood of a black woman named Ebony from the South being able to sustain financially and frankly emotionally in all the ways the lifestyle and life I wanted for myself long term. So I never doubted whether I could get there.
Right.
I think my insecurity was could I stay there?
Ooh.
And so that's
What's up, T Orlando. That's what's up. The Sex in the City girl decides to be a mommy, invites other leftover women to celebrate her failure. Yeah, having to freeze your eggs is a complete failure as a woman. Society hates to call a woman a failure for any reason, but I mean, we might be able to come on the same page for that. If you got to freeze your eggs as a woman, you fucking failed as a woman. You're so pathetic. You can't even get a man to impregnate you. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's not that she couldn't get a man to impregnate, but you know what I mean. Like that's pathetic. It's fuck.
when I think that again I had some fantasy around some mythical man, some man in my head, being the safety net, being an insurance policy, if you will, around making sure it sustains.
Right.
A man would just be an insurance policy. But look, after 25, 30, that's all you are anyway. Get it through your thick skull, fellas. If you didn't meet her before she was 25, you're a big part of why she with you is because you're an insurance policy and a retirement plan.
Around some mythical man, some man in my head, being the safety net, being an insurance policy, if you will, around making sure it sustains.
Right.
And then I'm big on the feelings test these days, Danielle. I'm big on if it doesn't feel good, like I'm so much better on not caring what it looks like. I
Yes.
only care what it feels like.
Oh, I love that.
Right, and that's really
liberating.
it's very liberating, and
Yes.
that is the only reason I was able to get to a decision around being a solo mom by choice, because we
Not logic, not morals. It's all about how it feels. And that's how women destroy their lives time after time again, chasing feelings and putting trust in their own feelings. It's a damn shame. This is why they need to be led by a man.
because we know what that looks like, and then we're going
Right.
to get into that and what
Yes,
society
yes,
insists that
yes,
it kind of looks
exactly.
like, right? But I don't give a shit about that anymore, thank God. I only care about what it feels like. And then I started to really feel like I'm the man that I've been trying to wait to save me. It really was that for me. And that did so much for me, Danielle. It did so much for liberating me, but it also gave me a new way to pursue love, which I know we'll also get into in a minute.
One of the things to me that was so refreshing is
So she's now saying, I'm the man I've been looking for. No, the men you have been looking for are out there in the world. You're not him. You're you. Those men just don't want to fuck with you. And you saying, well, I'm the man I'm looking for, then that's to cope. You're still sad and you're still a loser because you couldn't get one of those men because they're out there and looking for women that are much better than you. You know what? You know what's so funny? And I'm gonna try to clip it in if I chop this up into its own video. Kendra said something very similar. I'm the person I've been looking for. Kendra said, I'm I'm my forever person. So that's exactly what Ebony is saying. That's what washed up 40-plus-year-old losers say when they know they're not gonna win in the dating market. I'm the one for me.
Grow the fuck up. Grow up.
What up, Sheila? I don't know if I said what's up, but what's up, Sheila? We miss you. We got a pretty tight knit family here at Modern Dating Cure. I don't know if I will ever get to 100 people watching. I think the most people we ever had watching was like maybe 42, and it was a pretty hot topic. That's something I think I'm gonna try at some point. I'm gonna try to start going live and actually putting a picture and a hot title, as the title, and a picture pertaining to a hot topic title. And even if I just go in on it for 10 minutes, that'll be enough. But maybe we can attract some new watchers. But anyway, well, I hope the move goes smooth or went smooth, Sheila. But how long I've been on? Oh shit, it's already 50 minutes. So, oh, shout out to John. He donated $10. He's the big dog of the stream, king of the stream. He says solo mom sounds better to her than single mom. It's all about how you repackage the disaster. Facts. Everybody shout out John. He's the live stream sponsor. He donated $10. So we only need 15 more dollars for me to stay on 2 hours. But this is what I'll do. If we can get $10 via Cash App or PayPal, I'll stay on for 2 hours. So if we can get $10 via Cash App or PayPal, I'll stay on 2 hours. If we only count in super chats, I'm looking to meet 15 more dollars to stay on 2 hours. Yeah, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat, or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. This for you, John.
Thank you for being there, man. Charles.
I run shit. You just live it.
More power to him.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Right on, brother, I hear you. Man, I hear you.
City boy, city boy.
My nigga.
Which I know we'll also
yes,
get into in a minute.
One of the things to me that was so refreshing is that Liberty has liberated her mother, right?
She reversed Uno'd me.
In so many ways, right? In so many ways. One of those ways being in your search for a partnership, right? In your search for a partner. Now you've talked quite a bit about dating, and you've been very honest about your standards, you know, for better, for however folks respond to that child. But one thing that I think I personally found so refreshing and interesting is that you are now at a place in your life where you can date with a level of freedom that isn't restricted by a biological clock in the back of your head, or even looking for a partner who looking for a partner through the lens of this person being a father, right?
Absolutely.
And so when you're not looking at this person's qualities as
that doesn't really make sense. You got a 1-year-old daughter. That is really gonna hinder her in the dating market even more. Um, her having that kid by herself was accepting that she probably will never have a long-term partner. It's the same thing when women buy their own houses. That's pretty much sealing the coffin. Like I said, I would love if there was a stat showing what percentage of women get married after they bought their own house by themselves. Yeah. But the reason why what she just said was stupid is even if you start dating the guy, you still need to think about what kind of stepfather he would be or whatever you would call it, bonus dad, or I don't even know what you would call it in this situation. You would still be considering how he's going to be around your 1-year-old. So that's not true. Oh, you can date without thinking about what kind of father he's going to be. That's not true. You got a 1-year-old.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
who looking for a partner through the lens of this person being a father, right?
Absolutely.
And so when you're not looking at this person's qualities as, when it's not so significant that like, who are you, who can you be as a parent?
That's right.
It opens up a whole new world. So talk to me a little bit about what has it been like now to date as a single mom by choice?
It has been so much more fun, and it has been so much more, I just think, feasible.
How would you know? You never been a mom with a dad. So how can you say it's so much more blank doing it this way when you never did it the other way?
Is this camera on me? Yes. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Think feasible is the right word I want to use. Because like you said, I want to acknowledge that, my romantic life, which some of has been public because I've chosen to share, has, had challenges like anybody else's.
Right.
Part of my challenge was, and I'm so unapologetic about it, and remain so, is I am somebody who is not a fan of mediocrity in any capacity of my life.
I know that's right. Same.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the fuck we go!
Funky dog head, bitch. How dare you, punk motherfucker? Back off, bitch, before.
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
Like nobody gives a fuck. It's not to hurt your feelings at all. It's definitely not. Again, I think it's impressive. I'm not getting ready to go throw a party for this hoe. I don't care.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit.
You won't have a man because a man can't be a man when he's settled down
Good night,
up to
Lauren.
his
Good
neck
night.
in debt with a dissatisfied woman who don't give a damn. She wants more and more and more. Let me tell you something, woman.
Get you old. Stop trying to act like you this fragile little butterfly. You getting older, and don't nobody want your old bitter ass. That's what that is what it's about. Like aging is a hard thing for women to come around to and to accept. That's a hard thing. Have you ever watched a fucking Cinderella movie where it be some old bitch and a prince come on his horse and carriage to an old bitch and say, "Hey, here's the glass slipper. I want to take you off." She skated by the first 30 years. Didn't even have to put any effort in, right? But she's getting older now. She's older. And that's wrong. You can't manipulate me. That's wrong. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
You can't go wrong with AD, man. AD is a hood legend. For real. I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Anyway, man, shout out to James wherever he is. I hope he's doing wonderfully. Um, he's a member actually, so I'm assuming he nigga watching the replays. I'm assuming. Hey, James, can you tap in? Tap in with us from time to time, even if you can't catch lives. Just tap in from us from time to time so we know you're doing all right. But hey, I can't front. James used to come through with the 25s on the regular. We was making when James was dropping 25 bombs on a regular. I was probably pulling in. I was probably pulling in what 150 easy every week just in the cash apps, something like that. Yeah, we was pulling in like 140, 150 a week guaranteed. No, we struggle to meet the 100, but I still appreciate what we do meet. But those was the days though. I came from. What was I about to say? Oh, so she talking about she's not a fan of anything mediocre. You're below mediocre when it come to what men are looking for. Have you ever considered that? And that's what you need to consider. That's what you need to consider when we talking about dating in the dating world. It's not about your degrees, your money, none of that. It's about your femininity, your nurturing spirit if you have that. You know, it's about your age, your body, your tone, all that. You're below mediocrity in those areas. So you having high standards ain't gonna help you when you don't meet the high standards of the men you want.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even know my standards. You are the low. That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. And if you do not touch these standards, you're
is I am somebody who is not a fan of mediocrity in any capacity of my life.
I know that's right. Same.
Yeah, I'm just not. And you're not gonna make me feel a way about
That's
it.
right. Bloop.
We're not trying to make you feel look. I'm not trying to make you feel a way about it. You're just gonna die alone. Look, it's cool. Hold out for hold out for a prince or a king, like a literal prince or king. Hold out for that. It don't matter. Don't make me none. Ain't no sweat off my back. You ain't making me feel bad about it. You just gonna die alone.
You can't make a woman happy. It's impossible. I've never met a happy woman in my life.
There are 4 words that you will never hear me say in this life or the next. And those 4 words are, I love black men. You will never hear me say that.
For real.
And as a matter of fact, when I see, like, when I'm scrolling and I see women saying that, I almost want to throw up in my fucking mouth. Just gonna speak from the mouth of my personal experiences, and I don't give a fuck about how anybody feels about this. You can definitely suck my dick. I don't care.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I have never loved black men as a collective.
Who hurt you?
Let's get back into it. Let's get the donations up. $10 more keeps me on 2 hours via Cash App or PayPal. Let's get back into it.
It's not, and you're not gonna make me feel a way about
That's
it.
right.
You're just not, because excellence and operating at a constantly living in my ambition
Yes.
has served me quite well.
Right. Amen.
Okay, so and that's how I hold myself to a standard. So I am only going to look for any, and this is, I don't have no mediocre ass friends.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
You know, so this
Same,
because I
same.
really just believe in the power of proximity.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
I
there's no
really
space for
do.
it. There's no space for it in my life.
Yeah,
There's none.
Does not compute. So if that's the deal for my platonic relationships, it's absolutely going to be the requirement, the standard, whatever, for my romantic
Correct,
relationship.
correct.
And then to your point, Danielle, adding the fatherhood piece, right? So this must now also be a man who I feel likely to be so aligned around the following: academic pursuits, healthcare and medical,
Yes.
emotional.
Yes.
Let's say, because you never know the child God will give you.
Yeah.
Could have special needs.
Right,
Could have gender curiosity.
Sure.
Could have sexual orientation
Sure,
curiosities.
sure.
Whatever.
Right.
Let's just start with the logistics. I work in a bi-coastal fashion.
Right.
I have a syndicated daytime judge show, Equal Justice, with Judge Ebony K. Williams. Check your local listings. It tapes in Los Angeles,
Yep.
but I live and reside in New York City. If I have a project where I need to be here for a certain
Right.
period of time, I don't
Right.
want to be like the good sis Halle Berry
Yep.
and be in custody court fighting. I don't want to be like the good sis Jodie Turner Smith
Right.
fighting.
Right.
These are the, and I should name my bias too. I practiced family law for several years early in my legal career.
Yes.
And so I can speak with authority
Right, you
on
saw-
how deeply, horribly contested those issues can be.
Right.
But okay, but this man has to want you back. Can you touch on that? I hope she touches on that. Like, cool, you can have all these high standards, but does that man want you? Would you be appealing to that man? It goes both ways. He doesn't just have to be appealing to you, you have to be appealing to him. And I can assure you, these 50-plus-year-old men with their shit together and everything aligned and they this and they that, they're not checking for Ebony K. Williams with a 1-year-old to boot. I assure you. And the type of man who would be checking for, despite all her shortcomings in the romantic field, he's a bitch ass nigga that she won't respect and she'll sabotage it anyway.
She's gonna dress it up, okay, because she has to, because nobody of any value wants her. So what she's gonna have to dress her life up better than than a 22-year-old will, because she has this 35 and up, and whatever hooker, whore, single mother she had, her value has plummeted because of where she's ended up. The only reason she's even existing in the world is because one, she doesn't have the courage to kill herself, and two, people don't want to start problems and just throw her out of a room because she's useless to society. So that's the only reason why they kind of just linger around for the next 30, 40 years. Like, they really just linger. Like, nobody really wants them. Nobody really cares about them, unless they're, just get horny for a little bit. And then as soon as the horniness is gone, the woman's off there just lingering around. She just lingers, looking for any spare attention. once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay. And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay. That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past, that she messed up. As soon as you get done having sex with her, leave. You don't take this woman out to movies. You don't take her out to eat. You don't hang out with this woman. The only time you hang out with her possibly is if you go to a bar. Because she's getting ready to get drunk and she's getting ready to take you go home and you're gonna have intercourse with her. That's about the only way I would say to do it. You don't ride bikes with this woman. You don't watch TV with her. You don't talk about nothing. None of that.
And those challenges can be, and that's not hypothetical to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I can't afford to be hypothetical
That's
about
right,
it. These are my circumstances and these are likely my realities.
Right.
And I'm gonna just go there and make some folks mad. Because I am a high earner,
Mm-hmm.
it's very likely and possible that under certain circumstances with a father and a co-parent, I would end up paying child support for my own child. Again, as Halle Berry is showing us, as Mary J. Blige has shown us,
Right.
as Sherry Shepard
Yes.
has
Yes,
shown us.
yes,
It's a real thing.
yes, yes.
And you don't have to even be famous to do it.
To do it,
Women
that's
are doing
right.
it every day these days
Right,
because
right.
statistically, as you've named, black women especially
That's what I was going to say.
are earning above our male peers.
Absolutely.
That's just factually incorrect, counselor. That's just factually incorrect, counselor. I would expect you to know better since you claim to be oh so educated. That's not fucking true. Black men earn more than black women. Goofy ass shit. You just discredited yourself.
Day these days
Right,
because
right.
statistically, as you've named, black women especially
That's what I was going to say.
are earning above our male peers.
Absolutely.
Black women are owning homes
Right.
at higher rates
Right.
above our male peers.
Right.
And I don't want to have to unalive nobody, Danielle. I don't want
So now everybody's a tough guy.
That's a hard nigga.
If you keep saying, oh, she's too masculine, what it means is you too feminine. If I got more bars than you, that's really a diss to you, not a diss to me.
This is cringe. Now she on a podcast talking about unaliving men. I'm sure that'll attract the type of man you want, Ebony. These people are fucking cringy, man. Super cringy. She's resting fully in her masculinity with pride. Put your dick up, Ebony. Put your cock up.
peers.
Absolutely.
Black women are owning homes
Right.
at higher rates
Right.
above our male peers.
Right.
And I don't want to have to unalive nobody, Danielle. I don't want to have to no.
I'm not mad at you. No, but
That's
you're
just
right.
jokes.
No, but that you're
Right, let's be clear. It's just jokes. The
but
cameras
that-
are on.
You're right. I mean, in that, like,
Yeah.
that is a very real thing, possibility that black women have to face. In
Yes.
that we are out earners. We are,
Yes.
we are the most educated demographic in the country.
Yes.
And
Of all.
That's actually not true either. So they're just making a fool of themselves. They're making a fucking fool of themselves. Let me leave a comment right now. Hold on. I'm gonna leave a comment on my phone. What is this called? First comment says women lying to each other podcast. Oh, somebody already put it in there. Quick fact check. Black men out earn black women. Asian women are most educated demographic of women in the USA. Okay, somebody fixed it for me already. Okay, so they already going in on her. Statistically, black women earn more than our male peers. That is false. Man, these two just made up a whole fact sheet. Yeah, they cooking. They cooking their ass in the comment section. Cooking her. So I don't even need to. They just making up shit on the spot now. They freestyle lying now.
But that you're
Right, let's be clear. Let's just judge. The
but
cameras
that-
are on.
You're right. I mean, in that, like,
Yeah.
that is a very real thing, possibility that black women have to face. In
Yes.
that we are out earners. We are,
Yes.
you know, we are the most educated demographic in the country.
Yes.
And
Of all the races and all the genders.
Absolutely.
Yeah, say that.
And so we are high earners.
Yes.
And that is.
And those liabilities, those potential liabilities exist. So that was a part of my thinking.
Yeah.
It was a part of why this was my
Right.
choice. You know, I'm walking out through all the ins and outs,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And so I said, if there's science that allows, and again, point of privilege. 15 years ago, we wouldn't even be able to have
Right.
this conversation.
Sure.
So thankful that it's even possible.
Yes.
If there's science that allows for me to potentially bifurcate my love life and my motherhood experience,
Right.
let me avail myself to that. And let me also name a deficiency. So I know folks been waiting on that. As joyous as my year has been with Baby Liberty, if I had to factor in responsibility around also being someone's good wife and or even being someone's good romantic partner, in addition to maintaining, you know, house manager and trying to return to my own identity, I don't know how successful I would have been, Danielle. So really, that's a flex for you. And women, just receive this.
Okay.
Just receive.
Yes.
Women like yourself who do the wife role, the professional role, and the mother role all at the same time, that is a different standard of operation.
Right.
No. 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 Well, how can I put this? You can't be great at all three. You really can't be great at all three. One of those is gonna suffer immensely. One of those are really gonna suffer. It's usually gonna be if it's a woman that's balancing all three, the husband is gonna suffer as far as having a good wife.
The professional role and the mother role all at the same time, that is a different standard of operation.
Right.
And I am not too proud to admit that I don't feel confident in my competence to have been able to execute all of those roles at the same time, which is why the bifurcation was a good choice for me.
Right. I first of all, I received that. And I will admit that's difficult, right? To
That's like you
receive.
tense all
yeah,
up,
because
child.
I'm like,
I know.
because I don't know that I'm doing.
But you got to hear
There's
that.
a level of
Yeah.
self-awareness that you have in so many aspects that I don't even know that I had it. I think that I just thought that's just what you have to do, right? There isn't.
Well,
and
the
that's
option
why
has been shown
but
to
that's
us.
why I love while
Yeah.
you say choice
Yes.
because I don't know that I really felt that I even had that choice. It was like you're gonna either you're going to be a wife and a mother and a professional, or you're not, right? You're not going to get any of those things. You'll be a professional.
Yeah, you'll be the success. You'll be the Oprah model.
Right. You'll be, it's either or. And I
Yes,
think there are a lot of
yes.
black women that are like, I either get this choice or I get
Yes,
this
you
choice.
take the full package.
Right.
You take the all-inclusive.
Right.
Or you stay your ass at the house.
Exactly.
And what we're seeing now is that there's more a la
There's
carte.
more, absolutely.
That you can
And it is-
customize
it's
it and build it how you want.
Actually in black women's best interest to
Yes.
customize it and build it how, they
you want.
How
yes,
you want.
Yes. And there's some women.
Where does the man? The man is just a side note in all of this. He really is just a side note in all this. You got to be a bitch ass nigga to sign up for this deal, especially since they public figures and they talking about all this shit on the internet. Like, you just got to be a bitch ass nigga to take this on.
You can
And it is-
customize it
it's
and build it how you want.
actually in black women's best interest to
Yes.
customize it and build it how,
How
they
you
want.
want,
How
yes.
you
But is it in society's best interest? That's what women never consider. Is it in society's best interest? Is it in your family tree's best interest to do it how you want it? And is it even truly in your best interest? Is it in the best interest of your potential husband? They only give a fuck about themselves, and that's what make them terrible leaders, and that's why they shouldn't be in power.
interest
Yes.
to customize it and build it how,
How
they want.
you want.
How
Yes,
you want.
yes. And there's some women who, and this is why I say this single mother by choice thing is not for everybody, Danielle. I was very comfortable in my choice of bifurcation. But like I have some close girlfriends who are considering it. They're in their either late 30s or early to mid 40s. And I don't recommend it for them. Let me tell you why. Because it's a real thing to sit in a prenatal doctor's appointment in a pregnant posture.
Right.
And be there by yourself.
By yourself. Yeah.
And not have the wife or the husband
Right.
or the they, whatever
Right.
your situation is,
Yes.
holding your hand.
Yes. Yes.
Rubbing the belly.
Yes.
When you get home that night, making the salt
Yes,
bath for your feet.
yes, yes.
And I respect and deeply connect when I hear black women tell me that's how I want it.
Right.
That's how I
Yes,
want it. Yes.
yes.
I want the baby. Yes, I want to be the teacher and the caretaker and the
Right.
mother. But I also want my man.
Right. I want the partner.
Or my lady.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's real.
Yeah.
And I also will not stand in a posture of shame around that. You
That's
get
right.
that. That's
That's
how you want it,
If
sis.
that's what
You get that and you deserve that and you don't settle for anything less than that. Because matter of fact, here's the cautionary of that. This is very important. If that's really how you want it, and you have not done the work to grieve that setup before you go on this single mother by choice thing, you are doing both yourself and your child a tremendous disservice. Because
Yes.
then that child, and I believe in the unborn child, receiving energy. I mean, it's proven, it's
Absolutely.
science.
Yes,
Right. And no child deserves to be born in the midst of your deep grief.
Right.
Around a preferred version of your experience.
Or to sustain some level of resentment.
Resentment, all of that.
Absolutely.
All
You're
of
doing
that.
yourself, you're setting
All of us.
yourself
Yeah.
and your child up for failure.
Yes, and many of us are the
Yes, that's what she did by even having this kid. Yes, and you want me to believe she has no negative feelings about the fact that she's a complete failure on a dating market and probably won't get a man, had to have the baby on her own. Oh my God. On top of just older women, she's about to hit menopause if she hasn't hit it already or whatever. This is all bad. This is just all bad. So she's having a baby at 45. So when her kid is 20 and need her guidance the most, she's gonna be 65 years old. It's just silly. It's just silly. This is just
You're setting
All of us.
yourself
Yeah.
and your child up for failure.
Yes, and many of us are the result of that. Hello,
Absolutely.
somebody.
Come on.
We
Come
maybe didn't
on.
have the language or
Right.
whatever, but if we
Yes.
think through some of our own origin stories,
Absolutely.
how many of our mothers were grieving either husbands that were insufficient or not there, or that they thought the man was going to stay until he decided he wasn't? Figure that out on the
Right.
front end.
Yes.
And if that is really where your heart is, honor that.
Right.
But again, for me, who had just arrived at a very different place,
Right.
I was really able to sit in full celebration in my solo capacity, in those spaces,
Yes.
in those waiting rooms,
Yep.
in the delivery room. And this was really my fantasy,
Right.
Danielle. This was my, if not fantasy, certainly preferred.
See, there's always gonna be some real sad parts in life that's hard to accept. That wishing something was different won't make it so. They're learning the difference between things they can change and things they can't. That's one of life's toughest lessons. Take it from someone who's been there. Take it from me, Mr. G.
If you are single and you're living your life and you have a life to live, you have a rich, full life, you are winning. You are winning. See, y'all like to think, oh, Anita's not married. Anita don't have a man. She's not winning. Baby, yes, I am. Because remember, the only two options for me are a great man who is masculine, who's a leader.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see the Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my
That's
god.
not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
They get stuck in this endless trap of all the men I want don't want me and or are already married, or the men who want me, I don't want them. So they end up like stuck in the middle.
in those spaces,
Yes.
in those waiting rooms,
Yeah.
in the delivery room,
Mhm.
and this was really my fantasy,
Right.
Danielle. This was my, if not fantasy, certainly preferred way to have this motherhood experience, and that's very important.
And I love that you got to live your fantasy. I love that came your fairy tale.
My version of the fairy
your
tale
version
came
of the
true.
fairy tale came true.
Yeah.
I want to lean into the title
Yes.
single mother by choice,
Yes.
right? Because as we also talk about, okay, statistically we know that black women are single. Culturally, single mom comes with a lot of baggage, right? In our culture, in black culture,
100%.
there is a lot of
Trauma,
tropes and trauma, and
pain.
and just
Yeah.
assumptions,
Shame, yeah.
around single motherhood. So how do you feel about the title single mom by choice?
Yes.
And how are you reframing the understanding of what a black single mother is?
Yes. I love the title, Danielle. This is a
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You know, I almost want to stop it there. We're gonna let her see what she say, and then I'm out.
And how are you reframing the understanding of what a black single mother is?
Yes. I love the title, Danielle. This is a hot take in the community of those of us who parent alone.
Yes.
With intention. I love single mother by choice because I think the by choice piece is so congruent with the way I value this process.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. When niggas fire out you, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow between 7 and 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. Join the membership. It's only $5 a month if you want exclusive content. Plus, most of the streams go behind the paywall after I'm done, in case you miss a stream. Follow me on Rumble. I can get kicked off of YouTube any day now. And remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people, cause God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet. And I have never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever. Good night, folks.